Let's focus further afield at this hour. Let's go to the United States, where Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein has handed himself over to New York police. The disgraced film producer is being charged with rape and several other counts of sexual abuse. He's denying having non-consensual sex with anyone. Our U.S. correspondent, Andrea Arenas, is joining us now from Washington, D.C. with the latest. Andrea, good afternoon, South African time. Well, just tell us exactly how long did it take for him to turn himself in, and what took place when he arrived at the New York police station?
Right, so far we know that he handed himself into authorities. The New York Police Department has released statements congratulating the woman who decided to be brave and come forward, these victims, they call them, of that have survived these events. Well, he's being charged with rape and sexual misbehavior, including two women. One of them is Lucia Evans. Her case in particular dates back to 2004. She says that they were in a business meeting and he forced her to perform oral sex on him. She says that her career suffered greatly, her studies, and she had to seek therapy for many years as a result of this sexual harassment. She is the one name we know out of the two women who have come forward in these and pressed charges. We don't know exactly what happens now. He might go out on bail, but we don't know exactly how his lawyers might proceed.
Now, court-wise, we understand he also had to appear in court sometime today?
He might, yes. However, we do know that the lawyers are reviewing his case. We do know that the seriousness of these perpetrations might also have an impact on how a court rules in his case, anywhere from 2 to even 20 years. We've seen in the past, just recently, Bill Cosby, another great actor in the United States, was condemned to 20 years in prison because of sexual misconduct and sexual misbehavior for rape. And we do know that this kind of behavior has triggered a huge movement in the United States and across the world, the Me Too movement. And in the case of this particular Hollywood mogul, he's being accused by many women. It's been dozens of women who have come forward. Even recently, Gwyneth Paltrow, who has said that she too was a victim of Harvey Weinstein in the past.
And of course, against this background as well, I think Morgan Freeman has been in the news as well with allegations of sexual abuse against him as well. Is it too early yet to judge how the Me Too movement in the United States has responded to Harvey Weinstein, particularly handing himself over today?
Well, I think that the Me Too movement here will see it as a victory, as a huge step for women who are deciding to come forward despite the time that might have passed. And something very important in this particular case is that New York, just a few years ago, decided to change legislation on the statute of limitations for sexual harassment and rape cases. That is why today, Lucia Evans, in this particular case with Harvey Weinstein, could come forward and press charges. There used to be a 5-year statute of limitations, and now there is no statute of limitations for cases like this one. So that's a huge step for the Me Too movement, for the women's equality, and women that are seeking justice for people that have wronged them in the past, particularly in this industry, in the Hollywood industry.
Thank you very much, Andrea Arenas. eNCA is the U.S. correspondent, talking to us from Washington, D.C. about Harvey Weinstein.